I'm Eric Loy, and welcome to Eric Loy Interviews. On this podcast, we talk with folks from the VTuber community on their channels, their talents, their stories, where they come from, and their plans for the future. We say hello to Saki Hinari. Hi.
Hello, hello.
Hey, thank you so much for coming on. Please introduce yourself to everybody.
Yeah, so I am Saki Hinari. I am a Northern Light spirit that fell to the earth, I think is the best term. I am a variety streamer, though I lean into very cozy games or horror games.
Yes.
Mostly nothing in between.
Yeah, it is. You got variety, but it's the variety of the one end or the other spectrum.
Yes, could be sometimes I'm leaning into puzzle games, but I get frustrated easily. So,
Well, Northern Light spirits are kind of, you guys get really upset quickly, and we just kind of move on to something else when
yes.
it comes to that. How long have you been doing the VTube thing?
We are actually closing in on 1.5 years now.
Ooh.
So I started in November. Oh, it would be November 2024.
Mm-hmm.
Around that date. So yeah, I've been doing it for a while now.
Yeah. How long did it take you to get used to being behind a microphone?
I think it's nothing you ever get used to. I still feel like, having talks like these where you're just like so nervous, but it like takes a while to like live into it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if it's something, it's something you got to get used to, and you some folks never get too comfortable with it, which is good because you don't want people turning on the microphone and falling asleep.
True.
I'm
No.
really comfortable. I actually did that on the air one time on the radio.
Oh, really?
I did.
Oh, that sounds so scary.
Oh, it was. Well, I mean, in retrospect, now that they can't fire me for it because it's been years ago. Yeah, it was. I was doing a weather forecast, I think, and I just fell asleep and then woke up and there was dead air.
Oh no!
And the only thing I thought of is, gosh, I hope I wasn't snoring.
that is a valid fear. I've fallen asleep on stream once, but that was intentional because it was a subathon and we were doing it 24 hours.
Ah, okay.
So I was like, okay, guys, I gotta go to sleep. So I just kept the stream running, but I unplugged my complete mic. Like I unplugged everything just to make sure that nothing is cast.
See, you did the smart thing. I just conked out in the middle of telling people how cold it was going to be. The weather forecast calls for it.
Well, I bet there's more interesting things you can do than weather forecasts.
Oh yeah, absolutely, yeah. Especially falling asleep during them. Like if you were doing a basketball game or something and fall asleep, that would be really interesting. Like you hear everything dribbling in the background, you snoring, and then the boss coming around and firing you from behind.
Oh.
Yeah,
that would at least cause a lot of traction. So.
Yeah.
Negative, but traction.
Yeah. I didn't need to be unemployed at that time, so I'm glad they didn't catch me.
Oh, okay, that is good.
Yes. What brought you to VTubing? Were you a fan, or were you already a content creator?
I have actually never. I think I did the thing that everybody advises you not to do when starting to VTubing. I especially with like the whole COVID thing.
Yeah.
When VTubers started to become a thing.
Yeah.
I was like super invested. And of course, leaning into like the Niji Sanji and everything. I know that is kind of a band name now, but
oh well,
but back then.
Yeah, I mean,
they were really big and I started just leaning into them and I was super focused and it's the thing where you're going through a tough time, right? I was a student at that time, COVID hit and all of that, like loneliness.
Right.
And I just looked at it and I was like, I want to do something like that. I want to be there when someone feels lonely. I want to cheer them up and all of that. Yeah. So I went and bought a model. I didn't start out with PNG. I just went with a model straight away. Yeah. It took a year to finish. And then I was like, okay, within like I got my model in September,
Mm-hmm.
and then, November I started streaming.
Man.
So there was like no buffer period. I didn't know how to advertise. In hindsight, I would have done a lot of things differently, but I didn't know what I did and just started. Um, and yeah, from now on, I still have people from day one that are in my chat daily, so I am very happy for that.
Now that is really cool, especially if they're starting in you're kind of, you know, holding your nose and diving into the pool
Mm,
to start with.
yeah,
and they and
yeah,
they and they enjoy themselves so much that they're still with you through all that.
yeah.
That's
It was super scary starting because I didn't even know if I liked streaming or being in front of a mic or
mm,
quote unquote camera in that sense.
yeah, yeah.
So it could have backfired really roughly, but especially during like when I started getting people into my chat that were like, "Hey, I watch you after work because I'm so tired of everything else, and you give me a little bit of hope." That's then, that's what everything is worth it.
Yeah, isn't that nice? I mean, you start realizing that people are there because not just because it's time filler or because of the game
Mm,
you're playing. They're there because of you and your personality,
yeah,
and
and it's
it,
lovely.
I can hear you grinning when it, which is
I I I love my community. I love everyone in the VTuber sphere that just shares a little bit of love and light because there's so much awfulness going on in the world. So we need the light. We need to be the light and we need to share the light.
oh, there definitely is all of that. You don't have to look too far to
Oh.
find that. You can, I mean, and to be able to do that, and the reasons why you're out there now says a lot about you. How you want to. You're not just there to have fun yourself. You're there to bring people along with you.
Yes. I
And
I would say so. At least that's my goal.
yeah,
That has always been my goal too.
yeah,
So,
yeah. How big of a part of your life is it right now?
oh, I would say between like, doing my normal day-to-day job, it is kind of a 50-50. I'm pretty much getting home from work, doing some video clipping and everything that you have to do in the background as a VTuber,
Right.
and then turn on stream between 3 to 4 times a week, depending on schedule.
Hmm.
So it is a pretty big part of my life, and I try to, interact with my community every day,
Yeah.
make sure everybody is fine and comfortable, and if they have a bad day, that, you can kind of be a person that they can vent to a little bit and find a little bit of comfort in.
Yeah. See, that's where I would have a trouble with because I want to fix everything. I'm one of those folks that says, "Oh yeah, you got a problem? I'll fix it. I'll fix it. I'll fix it." And of course, I can't. Can't even fix my
Yes.
own problems. So, but I have a tough time doing that. But even just being, you don't know, just being like a shoulder or being there for somebody
Mm.
to vent makes so much difference sometimes.
Yes.
Yeah.
I have come to terms that I cannot fix everything, but I can make little differences.
Mm.
And that's pretty much what I'm going for. If there's something I can do to cheer someone up, then of course I'm going to do that.
Now you realize you're doing this with the whole world now.
Well, that is something I can carry. That is something I don't mind.
It's when you realize that like there's 95% of the planet that could potentially tune into you at any time.
I do, and it's a very scary thought. That
They're all
is,
gonna come now.
I don't mind it. I just like share love, give love. I love it. But I must admit, I am very scared to look. To this day, if my community wouldn't tell me, I wouldn't know how many followers I have because
Ah,
I'm just too scared to look.
well, that is a good way to do it. Because you don't want to, even subconsciously, you don't want to go there and start acting differently because you have, X plus 10 rather than X or anything like that. People in your chat.
Exactly. Yeah.
You want to, you're the same person either way, and that's why people are coming to and coming to stay, not just coming to
Mm.
hang around and sample and take off. They're and I gotta say, your voice is very easy to listen to.
Oh, thank you. I
Yeah,
really appreciate that.
yeah. It's a I can see why people will tune in and stay tuned in, um, with things that are going on. Do you
Oh, that's
mind
so
people?
lovely. Thank you.
Do you mind people who are just on to lurk in the background?
Oh no, I don't mind them at all. I love lurkers
Mm-hmm.
because in the end, in the streaming world, let's just say that,
Mm-hmm.
um, lurkers are the backbone.
Yeah.
And I know there was like this big thing about, oh, not every lurker is counting unless they're active in chat. I don't believe in that. Um, and if somebody is lurking, that still means they are supporting you in a way. They are
Yeah.
still there. But I must admit, I'm a lurker myself. I lurk in most streams. I listen, but I'm not a very person that goes out to talk
Yeah.
in stream, in other
Yeah.
people's streams. So,
Well, I mean, that's it's
um,
when you and when you think about it, there's some folks who go on and like, oh, lurkers are by nature they're not. Yeah, it's not their fault. That doesn't
no,
it that the whatever algorithm or whatever isn't working to count them as how
as
what.
it should, yeah.
Yeah, it's not their fault. They're coming in to have somebody on the background that they can enjoy and not have to
Mm.
be you know necessarily be a person who answers every question or try.
Yeah, they are still part of the community, whether they are active, active chatter, or whether they are lurking.
Yeah.
Um, and I have had people that have been lurking in my streams for like a while,
Mhm.
who like I have this redeem where you like come into the stream, you can get a daily redeem.
Yeah.
They redeem this every time, and they're like up on 140 streams in a row, but they never say anything.
Now you do get a little curious every once in a while, I imagine, but
Yes, but I'm also thinking like, hey, I like to value my privacy, and I can just imagine that they do the same. And if they want to share something, then of course I encourage it.
yeah,
If there's somebody, but at the same time, it's like, hey, if you don't want to, you don't have to. You don't need to feel called out either.
yeah, yeah.
So,
That's having that comfort
mm,
is so big in any type of situation like this, and not just comfort for the host yourself, but comfort for
mm,
the listeners, and um, that's for some people that's just what they're looking for is comfort.
yes,
Yeah,
definitely.
and your voice
Um,
your voice is perfect for that, by the way. Um,
Thank you. Oh,
yeah,
that's so sweet of you. Thank you so much.
yeah, absolutely, and but no sharp edges whatsoever to that voice, which is really that's something you don't teach. It just
That's why I work on phone customer service, I bet.
oh my gosh. You work on phone customer service, and
I
no
do.
no wonder you're looking for a place to relax and oh oh my gosh.
It's
In
at least 20 stories to tell on stream,
oh
so I
yes.
take it.
Yes. Oh, we could share some stories between you and me. Oh my gosh. The people who don't understand the concept of words.
Yes.
Yes, no, this is not the right place to call. Here is the number. Well, can you call it for me? No.
No. Can you transfer me? No.
It's a different phone system. It doesn't work like that.
Mm.
We have two
Or those
places. Yeah. Go ahead.
those lovely elderly people
Oh,
who want help but absolutely don't understand what you're trying to tell them.
yes.
So you're
Yes.
sitting there be like, is there someone close to you that can help you?
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. For me, it's the ones who come in immediately mad and are um, using language that is normally reserved for a golf course.
Mm,
Some people say
yes, I
some people say
know
swearing
what
like
you
a
mean.
sailor. I say swearing like a golfer because I know how I did on the golf course. And
I Totally understand what you mean. But for
Oh,
me, those are the most fun.
oh. Well, what do you do? Do you just let them fly and then? uh,
I let them fly, and I normally give them two warnings, being like, "Hey, we can have a conversation like an adult." And I do actually say that. I have gotten permission from my boss
Yeah,
to say this. But I would normally go like, "Okay, we can either talk like adults, but if you want to use a potty mouth like a toddler, you can go ahead, and I will hang up."
yeah, yeah,
And that's normally when they catch themselves.
yeah, yeah.
Um,
Sometimes that doesn't
or
work.
the normal like, "Wait, sorry, sir, I didn't understand you. Could you repeat?" And then, they repeat the words and realize how silly that sounds. And
Yeah,
then,
yeah. I am the effing blah 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 blah.
yes.
Yeah. And then oh, now usually for me they for where I work they're usually yelling at somebody else too at the same time. So
Mm,
it's like oh gosh. um,
yes.
and
I,
again,
I feel sorry for those people. They have so much anger in there every day.
oh yeah, yeah, and I there's been more than once a week sometimes
Mm,
I get somebody who calls up and just does not believe what I say.
yeah,
Just, and
I feel that.
yeah, and I'm like, come on. They said, finally I get down to, okay, um, you have two choices.
Mm.
One, we do it like this, or two, nothing happens and I just hang up. That's the choice.
Exactly.
They,
I have been hit with the, "Oh, I don't believe you because you're a female."
oh, 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 oh.
And that's when you're sitting there by like, "Okay, then I can't help you."
That's something I'm not going to be able to change.
Yeah.
So,
And they're like, "Oh, can you get someone else on the phone?" And it's like, well, we are 90% females in this field.
yeah.
I don't think so.
Yeah. Oh, well, I'm the only of the six people who work in where I'm at. I am the
Mm.
only male, and I'm
Oh,
also
really?
the oldest by far for the most part.
Oh.
And so if I'm like away from the post a little bit, and somebody comes up to the front desk and starts getting into it with one of the younger ladies that
Mm.
work there, then I come out of the back. I'm
Oh.
not intimidating looking at all. But they like, oh no, there's a guy there, and they start shutting up. Like, wow, you are really a coward. and
Yeah.
then and then
Oh.
and then the ladies get mad when I try to take over. So see, I try to fix things. I've got it. Okay, fine. Then I get to be
Whatever you do, you can't satisfy anyone.
I get to be the coward then and run back because I don't want to get people get they have staplers. They could hurt me.
Yes, the staplers.
No, not the staplers. Um,
Next time, just hide them. Mm.
well, no, they do that to me. I don't. I'm the. You try to file stuff. You're supposed to staple it, and there's no staplers. No. Um, for you and getting started and finally turning that microphone on,
Hmm.
did it? Were you just frightened out of your mind? Were you ready to go? Was it what when
Um,
you finally started talking into the microphone? How was that experience?
it was pretty scary.
Mm.
I remember my first stream. I was streaming for like 3 hours, and I was shaking the whole way through.
Oh,
Um, because it was like a totally new experience, and I frankly thought that nobody would show up because that's the normal streamer experience.
mm.
But I was one of the lucky ones, but that I had someone in chat, and they were like talking to me, and the thing where I was playing Stardew Valley at the time,
Oh yes,
because I thought, oh, calm game where you can do a lot of yapping and interaction.
yeah.
And then I forgot about chat. So I was just yapping and then like in the middle of it being like, oh right, I have a chat that I need to attend to. And then I realized that, oh God, people are watching me. And then, that stressed me out.
And you try to fish in Stardew Valley with people watching you.
I have tried. I have tried. Um,
Oh, Stardew is one of my favorite games. Just I I can't play it right now because if I did, I'd never get any interviews done.
mm, I feel that. I currently started a game playing. If you like Stardew Valley, play the game Teddy's Haven. It's a fantasy shop simulator where you can do like fishing, harvesting, everything.
Oh, cool. So yeah,
I within the last 2 days, I think I've spent like 10, 11 hours.
oh no.
Yes, it is very shameful indeed.
Yes. Oh my gosh. I would get, there would be times where I'd come home from work at night. I usually work at night and
Hmm.
um, get some dinner, sit down,
Hmm.
and then it would be morning. Like, oh,
Yes.
but
Yes.
I still have to harvest my strawberries.
Yes, I feel that. It's so sad. I'm convinced we need more hours in a day to get everything done.
Yeah, well, only on those days when we've got stuff we really want to do.
True.
Yeah, that says,
True.
I really I don't want to have the time to mow the lawn.
But that means that you another day have time to do more. So,
Yes, absolutely. That's it's one of the things. My wife now has her things to do, and I have
Mm,
streaming, so neither one of us can
mm.
complain when the other one's doing something.
Oh, I can imagine.
Yeah, you're doing that. I'm going to go do this now. Okay, it's very easy
Yes.
to do. Uh, so have you been able to meet and work with other VTubers since you started?
Oh, I do. Quite frankly, actually, I try to have a collab about every other week.
Yeah,
With I have awesome friends, awesome people in the VTuber community.
cool.
I actually also recently started my own VTuber group for just people who want to meet and collab with each other.
Oh, cool.
Um, so
Do you have a name for
we
them, or?
it's called Enchanted Hollow.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're going into the magical vibe of,
It's
cozy. Imagine cozy, what is it called? Campfires in a forest.
oh
Just
yes,
slightly enchanted. That's kind of the vibe we're going for.
yes. That's I use that analogy sometimes for folks who have cozy chats, usually,
Mm-hmm.
and where everybody is comfortable. Nobody has to feel like they have to do things.
Mm.
Um, but the VTuber or host um, it feels comfy enough where it's more of a communal thing rather than somebody's the
Mm.
big star type of thing. Um,
Yeah,
do you feel that's the way your chat's going right now?
I think so. I often refer to my chat. Their nickname is called Snowflakes because
Mm,
everybody is beautiful in their own individual way.
mm,
No one is like the other, and we refer to each other as a family type of deal.
mm,
Not by blood, but by choice.
yeah,
So
which is
that is kind of what we're going for too when we kind of like, in the streaming or in Discord where we're just like all pretty comfortable with each other.
that's great. That's good. That's when you get that and you just step back a little bit and you
Mm.
realize what you've done. How proud are you of that?
I'm very proud. I That's actually something I talked to I have a really close friend who's also a VTuber.
Hmm.
Um, and I actually talked to him about it not long ago because people started using terms I say on stream and kind of make them their own. And that is like in the most comfortable manner, right? They use like, oh, but remember what Saki said, it's not about having a bad life, but you maybe can have a bad day. So, and stuff like that. And that's when I'm like sitting there being like, damn, I'm having an impact. Like people are not just there watching, but they are actually like being part of it.
Well, don't get don't start looking over your shoulder now. It's like, what have I said? What have I done?
Yes.
And it becomes a little bit of a responsibility, though, doesn't it? That
Mm,
when you come on there,
it does.
you kind of don't want to let anybody down, including yourself.
Yes.
But every day's not going to be the best. That's just all there is to it. And Have there been times when you've streamed when you're not, feeling 100%,
Mm.
or somebody threw dirt in your Cheerios or something, and you're not exactly don't have the best mood going?
Mm. Yeah.
Yeah.
There is definitely like days where, where you can be the best mood possible, but of course, we're just humans, so there's days where the mood maybe be lower. And I think, I don't know how it is in other communities, but I can see it in mine that when what I reflect on them, that, you're allowed to have a bad day, they tell me the exactly same thing.
Mm.
They're being like, hey, if you don't have a good day, you don't have a good day, but what can we do to cheer you up?
Ah, that's
Right?
good.
And then it kind of like flows very nicely.
Yeah, yeah. Well, when you have a rapport like that with any audience, they're going to
Mm.
know if you're having a good day or a bad day pretty
Oh,
quickly,
yeah.
just by the tone of your voice, or how you react to certain things.
Mm.
It's it's going to they're going to tell, and
Oh,
then
yeah, definitely.
and they're either going to help you out, or they're going to needle you and make it worse.
Yeah. Luckily, I haven't been on the end where they made it worse yet. And I hope that never happens. So far, it's, of course, you sometimes have a bad day, and it's always been very lovely.
Yeah.
I actually pulled a joke here on them on the 1st of April.
Mm.
My chat didn't realize it was the 1st of April, and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna quit VTubing. I don't want to
Oh.
be here anymore. And they were like, okay, we respect your choice. And I was just being there like, no, it's the first. I'm sorry.
Sounds like they double reversed you.
Yes.
They used that Uno card on you.
Yes.
No, really, I'm staying.
Yeah, so I had to actually be like, no, 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 it was a joke. I'm staying. And they're like, but if you need a timeout, that is totally fine. I'm like, no,
Oh
it
no.
was a joke. You guys are too sweet.
I'll never do it again. uh, when they do realize what's going on, and they try to help out,
Mm,
that to me would be awfully, that would like fill your heart when somebody does that,
it
doesn't it?
does.
Yeah,
It does. It's very lovely.
yeah,
It's you kind of start believing in the good in humanity again when you see just people picking themselves up. Like we have had some very serious conversations in, for example, VCs where people were like, "Hi, I don't know what to do anymore," and you're just there like, "Okay,
yeah,
we cannot be the professional,
yeah,
but we can lead you onto the right path,
yeah,
right?" And stuff like that, where you just feel that okay, people actually want to help each other.
yeah. I mean, you never know when it's just that, hey, chin up, that type of thing. That may be the
Mm,
one thing that saves them from doing something, from starting a very bad path. You know, um,
mm,
and you may not. You don't know how you're affecting people sometimes. I mean, you could be talking to somebody in chat, and somebody else who doesn't interact
mm.
with you as much is also getting that message.
Yeah,
And like, if they could do that, I could do that too. That sort of thing. It's
yeah.
it's a pretty heady responsibility. Uh, is that something you reflect on every once in a while?
It is. I think every like content creator has kind of the thought that okay, what I do also firstly reflects on myself, my community, but also on the outside world. Um, and just thinking that okay, if I um if I manage to do my best and I show that I care,
Hmm.
then and show that it's worth it. Let's phrase it like that. Show that it's worth it to care about others and be the quote unquote knight in shining armor for someone else, that it maybe helps others to motivate them do the same and kind of create a chain reaction.
Yeah. Well, how does it has it helped you the same way?
It has.
Mm.
Um, when I started YouTubing, I was coming out of like a bigger path of loneliness, let's just call it like that, where, sometimes life isn't great.
Right.
And then moving on to VTubing and having a community and gaining friends and just feeling kind of like the care and love from other people that you maybe, 90% of those people I will probably never meet.
Mm-hmm.
But they're still showing up and they're still there and they're still showing love.
Mm-hmm.
And that personally gives me a lot of energy, and it makes me also be motivated to, do better, make more content, be a better version of myself that I feel like my community can be proud of.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And you can be you it's like a warm hug sometimes.
Mm,
Or
it is.
yeah, it's like, oh, here I have people around the world now
Mm,
who enjoy the fact that I am here,
yeah,
which is
exactly.
which is when you stop and think about it, it is a little scary. but
It is.
but
It
it's
is.
but it's also, when you look in the mirror in the morning, or whenever people get up, or the afternoon or the late evening when I get up, you it's like, there's a reason for me to do this now,
Mm,
because
yeah.
somebody else wants to. Yeah, it's so big for some people. It's
Mm.
sometimes that's, well, like I talk about, maybe just one word, check in, how you doing, uh, keeps people from going in a certain direction. Sometimes that keeps you going from that direction too.
Oh, yes, definitely.
Yeah.
Um, it is like you kind of, that is maybe put it a lot like in a very poetical way, but you start not only living for yourself, but also for others in that sense.
Oh yeah.
You kind of give each other energy,
Yeah.
and it's absolutely amazing. When I started, I didn't think that it would be like this. And looking at it now, it's like, wow, this is something I have created. This is something that, you know, they do this to both help me and help each other, and it's mind blowing.
Oh, listen, I can hear you smiling when you say that, which is really cool. And again, just listening to you talk about it, it's obvious how much it means to you to
It
to
does, it
to
does.
have this not just happen, but happen in a
Mm,
way that is organically, um, positive.
mm,
Not and for the audience, but also for yourself. Um, that doesn't always happen. I mean, we see that all the time, but it certainly
yeah.
seems to have happened in this case. And um, when you realize that, without this technology, you wouldn't been able to do it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's 20 years ago, this isn't going to happen. Um,
Yeah. 20 years ago, we were very far from, especially the nowadays VTubing.
yeah, it'd have
Um,
been text on chat probably, and
yeah.
and that is, while I do appreciate writers, um, there's something about having the voice that makes it
Mm,
makes a big difference. Um, you
definitely.
can have an inflection.
Something about the voice and, an image to the
Mhm.
voice, even though it's not like, a camera in that sense where you show yourself, but
Right, right.
just a fictional character in that sense.
How big is that for you to have the avatar, the model, to
Mm.
to do this? Would it be a deal breaker if you weren't able to use it again?
Um, I don't think it would be a deal breaker,
Mm,
but for myself, I find a lot of comfort and safety
mm,
in this character, in portraying Saki as it is.
mhm.
Um, but I also make sure that it's like, well, I know some people that go into a role when they portray a character.
Right.
I try to portray myself through a character.
Right.
So I'm just giving myself another face in that sense.
Mm, yeah. Did you feel that you can be? Some people say this that they get to be more themselves
Mm.
than they would normally to other people.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I think if I would be in front of the camera, I would be very much more, how does my background look? How do I look? Do I fit the quote unquote standard of what people imagine?
Oh yeah, that sort of thing.
And yeah, kind of having more pressure, and I would be more like, oh, how should I place my hands while I talk? Or oh, can I sit like this while I game? Right?
Yeah.
By now, when I play a game, I'm sitting like a couch potato. And nobody can ever tell as long as the camera is tracking.
That's right. That's right. Another thing I loved about radio is we had the same thing where,
Mm.
gosh, my ear itches. I can just scratch my ear, nobody's gonna know. That
Yeah.
sort of thing. Like if you show up on it, I had the Sunday morning shift for a long time, and
Mm.
I wasn't. I never wore ties anyway, but I certainly wasn't going to wear a tie to show up for Sunday at the radio station by myself.
True.
I was like,
I had a thing here one day where I was eating chocolate,
mm-hmm.
especially during Easter, you eat chocolate.
Oh yeah.
And I had gotten a relatively big smudge on my cheek that I didn't notice during streaming until I went to the toilet and looked myself in the mirror, and I was like, oh my God, imagine if you would have on a cam now, they would see that.
Oh yes, absolutely. It would just be, I would just, well, first of all, they'd never let you live it down.
Yes.
You'd have to add it as part of the thing for the model. To put the chocolate smudge on the model, you spend 2,000 points.
That's not a bad idea. Maybe I should do that.
Oh yeah, it's when you get that kind of comfort, and it sounds like you have that right now.
Yes.
It becomes like riding a bike sometimes. You sit down, you know what to do. Sometimes people still get a little bit of nervous before going on, but that's that's because
That's normal.
you just don't know what's going to happen. I mean, something could happen during the stream. You could turn on the whatever program you're using to do it, and suddenly it's updated, and you don't know how to use it anymore.
Oh, that has happened way too often, sadly. There has also been streams where that was one of my earlier streams when I first started out and didn't know. I had someone do a bot attack on me.
Oh.
So I suddenly, within the first 5 minutes of stream, I had suddenly 400 or 500 bots in that sense following me.
Oh.
And kind of that throws you completely off. And then, the next stream after that, you of course feel more nervous because you're like, oh my God, I hope that doesn't happen again, right? And kind of stuff like that.
Yeah, it's just, you just when you see somebody new pop in, you're like, "Hi, are you real?
Are you a human?"
Breathe once if yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Do you have any mods on your streams, or do you
I do, yes.
Yeah.
I have about. We are 5 mods now.
Whoa.
They are across different time zones.
Mm-hmm.
So whenever I'm streaming, I'm covered with at least one mod.
That's something that I hope people keep people remember streamers, because you don't want somebody in a time zone that's 12 hours different than what you're normally doing, and having to stay up and watch blearily eyed while you're doing a 12-hour stream or something. And you want them to keep going. That's a really good idea, actually. I think people should remember that.
And it's also when I do sometimes stuff like subathons or 24-hour streams, and I don't want my mod to stay up the whole 24 hours with me.
No,
I would feel so sorry for them.
Yes.
So it's easier if they're just popping in every now and then.
Yeah. So how much of a comfort is it having somebody there kind of policing what's going on?
It's a big comfort. Especially, I must say, to this day, I've been streaming for like 1.5 years.
Uh-huh.
And to this day, I don't know how to give shoutouts. I just never figured out how that commands work. And whenever I try, it doesn't work. So my mods just do it automatically.
See, that's the way to do it. Get somebody who knows what they're doing.
Yeah.
Doesn't necessarily want to be the main person going, but someone who can help out and be a good part of the stream. And
yeah, definitely.
And it does make a big difference for not just for you, but for the audience too, because they're, if somebody comes in and acts up, the chat wants to do one of two things: one, run away, or two, try to fix it themselves.
Yeah.
Which you don't really want.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Nope. No, and it's like a big, I rely on my mods a lot. I can admit that, but I also know that they happily do it.
Yeah.
One of my mods, he is amazing. He's been there since day one.
Yeah.
And it's like someone just needs to mention, "Oh, Saki, I know you have a YouTube channel." And within seconds, the links is there with him just being like, "Oh, here's her YouTube channel. Make sure to follow her. We're trying to do this and that right now."
Yeah, yeah. Oh, by the way, we are gonna have the links up in the description for this interview. By the way.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, and if you see something I do wrong, please tell me gently because I have a fragile ego. Okay.
I will tell you, but I'm sure you don't doing anything wrong.
Not on purpose.
we rarely do something wrong on purpose.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Sometimes it might have happened in my youth, but no, not these days. Too much work.
You live and you learn. That's just how it goes.
I tell people that my laziness is canceling out all my evil intentions. Two wrongs make a right.
Yes. I can kind of relate to that.
I have all these.
I could do world dominance,
yes,
but
it's a lot of work.
Gotta work, and it's kind of a lot of work. So
yeah, there's a lot of things I don't want to mess with.
True.
So, what games are you streaming right now?
Sorry, could you repeat that?
What games are you streaming right now these days?
We are currently. I am trying to finish Resident Evil.
Mm-hmm.
And we are. I try to balance it out. Mm-hmm. So we have one community day stream. Then we are streaming Resident Evil, and we are trying to play one cozy game a week at least. So for the past weeks, it's been Resident Evil. We've been playing Peak and Gartic Phone as a community game.
Oh my!
And Teddy's Haven, because that is the most cozy game that I could ever play. Yes. And we also try to do a little bit of fun things every now and then.
Yeah.
Where we find, for example, free VTuber models.
Oh.
And try them out, especially customizable models, and try them out and see how well they work, and then leave a review for the artist of them.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool. I don't hear a lot of people doing that for sure. I get a grin when you talk about that because of the whiplash effect. Going from Teddy's to Resident Evil. You really do have nothing in between.
There's rarely anything in between.
This is a yes or no answer.
Yes. We had also had to switch between, we played Life is Strange, and the day later we played Alien Isolation, so that was always very fun.
Alien Isolation, that would be one of those games that gives me nightmares.
It was a community challenge, and I finished it.
Oh,
I didn't like it. It was the fact that it can hear you. I realized too late that the alien can actually pick up your mic and hear you.
Oh no!
So when I was yapping and kept dying, I was just getting angry because I didn't understand why.
Stop following, you dingbat alien. Trying to talk here.
Yes.
the So when you're doing one of the horror games or
Mm.
the scarier games, would you rather do a game that gives you a lot of jump scares or one that's playing for the long horror? Um,
Oh, I I really like psychological horror.
yeah.
Um, of course, I deeply love the Resident Evil games.
Hmm.
Um, but psychological horror where you like, you kind of realize the spookiness
Hmm.
in the uneasiness.
Yeah.
Or what are they called? Like subliminal games,
Oh, yes.
where it's just the whole atmosphere that makes you kind of uneasy, but at the same time, it's like you kind of know that, oh, nothing will come and harm me,
Yeah,
but you
but
still feel very uneasy.
but you're still waiting for the other shoe to fall.
Mm-hmm.
Yee.
Yes.
Yeah, those are the ones. If I was going to do the horror games, those would be the ones I'd go for because after a
Mm.
while, the shock stuff kind of gets irritating. Oh,
Yes.
another scare. Okay. um.
Yeah. I can't handle some jump scares in games when they're well done,
Mhm.
but games that solely rely on jump scares aren't really my thing.
It's like the difference in a horror movie between a slasher movie and a uh, a big horror classic movie. And
Mm.
there's a big difference there. And if the
Yeah.
horror classics will keep you on the edge of your seat the whole time, the slasher movies you just kind of laugh at after a while.
Yeah.
Ah, you're gonna get it. Yep, they got it.
Why are you running?
Yes.
Oh, because you stumble.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That's why. Why are you running into the guy? Okay, that's why.
uh,
That
or the most normal one. Oh yeah, let's all split up. What could go wrong?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
One of us will find help. Yes. No. Never happens that way.
Totally. Yes.
Doesn't anybody watch Scooby Doo for crying out loud? They always get in trouble when they
um,
split up. That's the way it works. Uh,
yes.
so is there something you haven't been able to do yet that you'd really like to stream?
Mm, oh, there's a lot.
Mm.
There's a lot, but it's just I don't know how yet. I am learning, but I don't know how. I really want to do a what is called VR chat stream.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah. But firstly, kind of wanting a model that resembles my current model.
yeah.
So kind of trying to figure that out. And I have never played VR chat, so that is also another thing that I
Uh,
kind of need to figure out how that works.
my grandson has a VR set. I have not tried it because I get this feeling that the first thing I would do is fall down,
Yes.
just like and nothing would work. I was like, I don't know where I am. Help!
Or just run into a wall.
Yes,
That is also the standard.
yeah. The old man is down. Help!
Mm-mm.
and and of course knowing my family, they probably like ha ha, that type point at laugh at that sort of thing. Hey,
I
I
tried a VR headset once and we were playing a game called Job Simulator. And you were working at like at a little store and you
yeah,
could like you had this cash register set up around you.
yeah.
And I was so deeply into the VR that I tried to lean on to the like cash register and I
Oh,
just fell straight down.
clonk. And in the
That was
game,
when I kind of decided that no, okay, that's where I kind of ended
oh
here.
yes, and in the game you pass right through the cash register and fall.
Yeah,
Yeah, that would be me.
glitching out the entire game.
That would be me. And plus, I've got 9 cats, and I can't do that with 9 cats.
Oh
Yeah,
no.
yeah. There'd be like 3 of them attacking me by the time I was done, and like I didn't see what's going on.
Yes,
Saki, I want to thank you so much for being on. It's gone by so fast, but
it is.
that's because you're such an easy person to talk with, and
Well, thank
I
you.
think
You're
that's
very easy to talk to yourself.
well, thank you. Don't tell my wife. Um, but it really, really, I think that's one of be one of the reasons why your channel is going to continue to be successful. Is that you're so welcoming to talk with,
Oh,
and
thank you.
I think that's what you said you're kind of looking for to do. And
Mm.
I'm glad that you're enjoying yourself, and I'm glad that the folks are enjoying it with you. And I wish you nothing but further success, because we need more Sakis.
Thank you so much. Thank you. And
Then
thank you for inviting me.
thank you for listening to Eric Loy Interviews. Join us again next time when we talk to another member of the always interesting VTuber community.